What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to go over the team that I used to get third in the very first Gen 9 tournament hosted on the Showdown server that we had going, where you could play with Terastilization. Unfortunately, it has been taken down, but for the past couple weeks you could play on there and kind of experiment using Terra with the mons that had been leaked so far. Of course, you weren't able to play with any of the new mons, but it's still very cool to get an idea of how the mechanic worked and kind of get some early ideas for how the meta will shake out. Of course, a lot of this is going to change completely, but did get some really cool ideas for how I want to start off. So we're going to go over the team here. Starting off, we have the star of the show here in Volcarona. It is Flame Body with a modest nature. In the tournament, I was running leftovers with Quiver Dance, Fiery Dance, Giga Drain, and Protect. Quiver Dance, of course, is a must on Volcarona. That way you can get boosted up. I did decide to go with Fiery Dance over Heat Wave because I feel like having a single target 100% accurate move is a lot more valuable. As well, Fiery Dance does have a 50% chance to give you another boost, so usually you can get one Quiver Dance up and then just Fiery Dance the rest of the way. Second, we have Tyranitar. It is running Assault Vest with Rock Slide, Heavy Slam, High Horsepower, and Dragon Tail. I did run Dragon Tail. That way I had some form of phasing on the team in case I ran into Chansey or anything like that, or any other mons that want to set up. Just use Dragon Tail, knock them out. Same with Trick Room setters, as long as they weren't Mimikyu or Hatterene, of course, as they are immune to Dragon Tail, but still very valuable move to have. And then next up we have Landorus. We went with the incarnate form here with Sheer Force. It was running Earth Power, Rock Slide, and Sludge Bomb. Despite being a special attacker, with Sheer Force, Rock Slide is still worth running on here just to give us a little more rock coverage. Of course, Sludge Bomb to hit the fairies, and Earth Power to hit anything that isn't flying type hard. Next up, we had Dragapult. It was running Safety Goggles, that way we could safely Dragon Dance in front of any kind of sleep, whether that be a Moongus or any kind of spore, sleep powder, anything of that nature. It was running Dragon Darts, Dragon Dance, and Protect. The other move that you can't see here was Terra Blast, as it was a Terra Ghost type. That way was able to have a good physical ghost type move, which is going to be huge for Dragapult in Gen 9. That was one of the main things that Physical Pult was missing in Gen 8, as Phantom Force not the most reliable, so being able to run Terra Blast for a physical ghost move is going to be huge. Just to go back up, some important points that I missed. Landorus was Ground Terra, Tyranitar was Rock Terra, and then most importantly, something that we will highlight in the video, Volcarona, I decided to go with Grass Terra. That way it was more of a defensive, well, it was kind of a mixture of defensive and offensive. It allowed me to Quiver Dance in front of any water types, and also boosted my Giga Drain, which did a great job of helping Volcarona stay around. So next up, another very cool part of the team, we have Sylveon, and it is Wikiberry, and it is running Hyper Voice, and then the tech move here was Psych Up, which is very, very good move, something I will definitely be running in the new games. What Psych Up does is it allows you to copy boost, so if my opponent got off any Calm Minds, anything like that, I could just steal the boost. But more importantly, after my own Volcarona has Quiver Danced, raised its speed, special defense, and special attack, I could bring Sylveon in and then copy those boosts. So I had 2 Mons that were boosted up, and you will see that in the tournament matches that I'm going to show you. Then last off, I have the speed control, and that was Grimmsnarl. It is running the Light Clay with Spirit Break, Reflect, Light Screen, and Thunder Wave. Just did a really good job of allowing Volcarona to be able to set up, making sure that I outsped any foes, as I could Thunder Wave to kind of offset opposing Tailwind. It did also give me a lot of free turns, as Thunder Wave is very good for causing your opponent not to be able to attack. You could also go for Thunder Wave and then Rock Slide, go for those Paraflinches, which are always very strong. But now let's get into the matches. Did just want to show you the teams here. This is the top 10 from the tournament. As you can see, Ursaluna Trick Room team did get first place here. Was running Ursaluna and Enamorous. Then this Belly Drum Greedent team got second place. That is who I lost to in the finals, as Belly Drum Greedent in Trick Room was definitely a force to be reckoned with. As you can see, still some very cool Mons on the list. You do see Muck, which I think will be very good, as well as Hariyama. And then your standard Tyrannitars, Zapdos, Serena, Rotom Wash, and that sort. But let's get right into the first match here. So we are fighting Redo 161 here with a very cool team with Tyranitar, Pachirisu, Rotom Wash, his own Volcarona, Salamence, and Sylveon. So we had similar teams, but as you can see, the tech choices that I made really helped me out a lot here. So here we go. So I do bring out Volcarona and Grimmsnarl. As you can see, I Terra Grass here to make sure the Hydro Pump doesn't do much damage. Lets me Quiver Dance as we pair a Sylveon. It does go for Calm Mind here. He swaps out Rotom, and we just go for the Giga Drain. Safe play there as we Spirit Break the Sylveon. He goes for the Hyper Voice. We do have our special defense boosted though here, which is very valuable. And Leftovers gets us a little healing back. So we do go for the para here on his Volcarona. As we go for the Fiery Dance. Big damage here. As he goes for his own Quiver Dance.
That was pretty amazing.
But Grim goes down, so that allows us to safely bring in Amon from the back. And I do bring in Sylveon here as I finish off Volk with the Fiery Dance. And then Psych up my own Volcarona to copy the boost here. So that opposing Hyper Voice not doing a lot here as he brings in Tyranitar. But that's the beauty of Grass Volcarona, is hugely threatening to Tyranitar here when normally it is the exact opposite. So he does protect Tyranitar, but our Volk is super beefy and does survive. he goes for the helping hand here. I'm not sure about that play, but we do get off the Giga Drain, which heals Volk back up, and then finish off Tyranitar there with the Hyper Voice. So as you can see, Grass Volcarona is very, very good here, as it just stops its normal counters dead in their tracks. And being able to copy the boost makes Sylveon fast and very powerful here. So there's one game there as Volcarona finishes off with a Giga Drain. So we did win that set 2-0. So then we'll go into the next round here. My opponent here with a very, very cool team. He does have Indeedee Male, Garchomp, Alolan Persian, also running Rotom Wash, Volcarona, and his own Dragapult. So this was game 3 here, so we're tied 1-1. I bring out Dragapult and Sylveon as he Phantom Forces, so his Volcarona takes big damage there. It is Citrus Berry. Sylveon takes the Fiery Dance well. So Sylveon hanging on by a thread there to eat as Wiki Berry hangs around, as we get good damage there with the darts. Sylveon once again hangs on, so just picks up the double KO here. Sylveon too thick. So out comes Persian and Rotom. We just go for the Dragon Darts, get a little bit of damage down here. As he does foul play, gets the crit, takes out Dragapult. The Thunderbolt picks up the Sylveon. But now we get to bring out Volk along with Grim. So we protect the Volk here as he goes for the Icy Wind and attempts to foul play. Attempts to Hydro Pump into Volk here. So we do just go for the Spirit Break. Go right into the Grass type here as he slows us down, but we are not going for a Quiver Dance here. As he misses the Hydro Pump, we just Giga Drain, finish off the Rotom, and then finish off Persian with the Spirit Break. So once again, as you can see, Grass Volcarona just doing work here. So we'll go into the next round here. This time my opponent has a very, very cool team here, running Torkoal, Gastrodon, the superior Gastrodon, I might add. Pink's the best. And then Bronzong, Lilligant, Hydreigon, and then Sylveon. So some really cool techs here. This is game 1 of our set as I lead Lando and Volcarona. He leads Hydreigon, and Bronzong just goes for the Snarl. We Rock Slide and Fiery Dance there. We don't get any boost, but he goes for the Snarl and the Gravity here, so now he can't miss Snarl. And as you can see here, he brings out the Hypnosis here, so gets the Hypnosis on Rona there. He switches out into Sylveon here. We just keep Rock Sliding, trying to hope for a flinch there on Bronzong. Don't get it. He hits the Hypnosis once again, so now we're just sleeping it off here. Trying to burn some sleep turns here. Hyper Voice finishing off Landorus as he tries to Hypnosis us again. I guess wanted to make sure we went back to sleep if we got that early wake there. So in comes Grim, gets up the light screen just to make sure Rona can stick around till it wakes up. And then he puts Grim to sleep as well. But Bulk waking up here. Ding dong, it's Bronzong, and now it's not. So now we don't have to worry about Bulk getting put back to sleep. We do get back to neutral with all the fiery dances there. And we bring in Tyranitar here. So he brings out Gastrodon. Go Grass here, and just get all of our health back here. And then showing the tech on Tyranitar, the Heavy Slam does pick up the KO on Sylveon. So he brings back out the Hydreigon. We protect the Bulk here and finish it off with the Dragon Tail. As you can see, Volcarona just really did work in this tournament. Like I mentioned, I did end up losing to this Greedent team here in the final four. Very cool team paired with Mimikyu to make sure he gets up the Trick Room. Greedent goes hard, also pairs it with the Fake Out, as Alolan Persian is very good as well. Just not a team that I had prepared for, or a play style I necessarily prepared for, but I am still very happy with my performance. Like I mentioned earlier, the meta is going to be much different than what kind of coalesced on this Showdown server, but it was very cool to get to play with the mechanic, mess around with the Hisuian Mons, and kind of see what could potentially be good out of the returning Mons in the deck. So it's going to be very cool to see all the new Mons, how they play out. But I believe Terastilization is looking like a very strong mechanic that definitely has the potential to be the best mechanic that we've had so far. So we will see. We're almost there, just a couple more weeks, and we will be in Paldea. So I hope to see you all there. Thanks for stopping by. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.